Hey guys, it is Monday, April the 13th. This is exactly 1 month from when we got out that Friday back in March. So we have been doing digital learning from home with spring break week included for an entire month. Y'all are doing awesome. Thank you so much for all the feedback. If I haven't heard from you very much, I'm going to be sending out an email today too. I might find some other ways that we can better communicate. Some of you have requested doing a group meeting, like a Zoom, which I'd be happy to set up. So what I need you to do to show your interest in this is respond to the email that I'm sending today, okay? And then I will set a time and you will all have to log in through this link, and then we'll have a group chat. Okay, so we'll try and get everybody together that way. I have uploaded your work from Friday, April the 3rd. That's the day, that's that Friday before spring break. Those are the last assignments that you had. So those are scanned and uploaded for you to check. That's also the chapter 8 quiz from the giver has been scanned, so you can check your work there. We're going to do chapter 9 for the giver this week. Chapter 10 next week. I'm going to show you guys your calendar. As you know, this is in the front of your binder. So we had already put in the dates through April 24th. That's this week and next week. You have these activities lined up. We're going to do something different for that last week in April. And it's going to be like a read all week type of thing, and we're going to just plow through Messenger. Okay, so that'll kind of switch it up from the same routine that we've had. I think you guys will like it, and then we'll get further into the book because I still want to be able to finish that definitely before the end of the school year, and we'll have a few chapters to go. So I'll update the calendar and fill you guys in on everything as we go along, but currently we are still following the April schedule that is in your notebook. Okay, so the math warm-up for today, I hope you guys had a great spring break also and a great Easter. It was really nasty and rainy over here yesterday, but it was kind of nice to have a quiet day to get ready to get back on track for digital learning days today. So here we go, April the 13th. Let's see. April the 13th. The question says this for the math warm-up. Looks like this, but I've also broken it down on the whiteboard for you to see. So Brian earned $567.38 on his last paycheck. He had to pay $138.57 for his car payment, and also $89.48 for his phone bill. But he wants to put the rest in the savings account. Good for Brian. So we want to find out how much he's going to put in savings after he pays his car payment and for his phone. Okay, so here is how it's broken down. You always want to make sure that if you're working this stuff out on pencil and paper and not using the calculator that's in the front of your binder, you've got to line up these decimals so that you don't get all confused with your answer. So his total paycheck is up here, $567.38. $567.38. You know that we're taking away, subtracting $138.57 because that's what he owes for his car. Okay, so that'll give you your first answer. You're then going to subtract from that his phone payment. Katie's making ghost noises back here. You're then going to subtract your phone payment, which is $89.48. So once those two factors are taken out of the total paycheck, that will give you the amount that he's going to put into savings. Okay? So you can pause it here and see how it's broken down. But this is a subtraction question, so take the biggest number and then subtract the car payment and the phone payment, and that will tell you how much he's going to save. Okay? All right, so for the journal writing today, the Friday before spring break, I let you just do a free write. I think we might do that more often sometimes. These questions are good and they do help you kind of focus on what you would like to do with your career after high school. But, after 3 weeks of digital learning from home, I thought you guys needed a little bit of a break just to say how you were feeling about all of this. I hope spring break was nice to kind of get your mind refocused, kind of give yourself a little bit of a break. But here's your journal for today. Okay, Monday, April the 13th. Have your job or career goals changed over the years? Katie, please don't do that, okay? Let me get through this lesson. Have your job or career goals changed over the years? What types of careers did you want when you were younger? Sorry, y'all, I cannot focus. She's just recording herself making ghost noises. Okay, we're going to try this again. Have your job or career goals changed over the years? What types of careers did you want when you were younger? Do you often think of careers that you might consider only to realize that it might not be best suited for you for one reason or another? If so, what factors make you want to reconsider those potential options? So, an easy way to simplify that question is basically this. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? So when you were really young, did you want to be a movie star? Did you want to be an astronaut? Okay, and is that still your goal? What things have changed in your life to have you adjust your career goals? Okay, so when I was a kid, I didn't think I was going to be a teacher. For a while, I wanted to go to culinary school and be a chef, and then I wanted to study art and work with people and social work, and I ended up teaching, and I'm so glad that that's where it got me. But sometimes it takes trying out some other jobs or, getting experience in other workplaces to figure out what you really want to do. Okay. Our final activity for today is going to be in the career, the interview skills and social skills section, and it's called Voice and Body Language. This activity is broken down a little bit. It's kind of different than some of the others, so I'm going to read through it with you and explain how you're going to do the activity. And then, as you know, checking yourself tomorrow, this stuff will be scanned in. So if you're struggling with it, just know that you can do your very best, and then you'll get more of an understanding tomorrow when you check it and we go over it. Okay, so voice and body language. I'm going to show you what it looks like. If you need to pause it here and find it, go for it. But it's under that interview skills tab. It's going to be the next activity. The one we did right before it talked about dressing for success. Okay. Voice and body language. Making conversation and dress for success discuss voice, clothes, and body language in detail. If you're a student who is having difficulties in those areas, those books might be of help to you. But for our purposes, the following check sheet will help you decide if your voice and body language are representing the best you. If not, use the worksheet that follows to create a plan to up your game. Remember, there's a lot of competition out there for entry-level jobs. You can't afford to look like someone who doesn't care. So check out the list and see how you can make yourself shine. So this is going to be like a time where you need to analyze yourself and see how you're carrying yourself and dressing and things like that to make sure that you are, when you go in for a job, they're going to say, man, I want that person to work for me because look how well spoken they are and how nicely they're dressed and they're well kept. Okay, so you always want to present your best self. Okay, so the voice and body language checklist. This is where you're going to go through and kind of evaluate yourself. And I will tell you, it's comparing A to B. So you're either going to have a check in A or you're going to have a check in B. You're not going to check A and B. Got it? Okay, so the first one, I stand straight and have good posture. So if you stand straight and have good posture, put a check next to the A. I slump my shoulders and I have bad posture. So if you have bad posture, you should check B. If you have good posture, A. Don't check both, because that would be contradicting one another. Okay? Column A. I look people in the eye when I talk to them. If that's you, check that. Or you look down when you talk. Column B. Column A. I turn my body towards people when I talk to them. Column B. I turn away when I talk to people I don't know. Column A. I keep my voice loud and clear enough to hear without yelling. So that means that you're able to talk so that people hear you without yelling at people. It's an appropriate tone. Or column B, I admit I sometimes mumble or speak too softly. Column A, I keep my hands relaxed and calm when I talk. Column B, I fidget with my hands and fingers when I talk. Column A, I don't play with my body parts when I talk to strangers. That means that you're like fidgeting or you're like messing with your hair or doing things like that. Or column B, I play with my hair, clothes, earrings, lips, fingernails, etc. when I talk. So do you fidget a lot when you're talking to someone? Next question, column A, I am seldom asked to repeat myself. Or column B, people never understand me and are constantly asking to repeat what I said. Column A, people seldom ask me to raise or lower my voice. That means that you have appropriate volume. Okay, so if I were like, you're talking too loud, or I can't hear you, okay, if you haven't heard me or someone else say that to you, then that means that you have appropriate volume. But column B says I'm always either too loud or too soft. So pick A or B. And we only have 2 left. We're getting towards the bottom. People usually understand my feelings by my tone of voice. That's column A. Or column B. People sometimes think I'm saying something mad, sad, mean, even when I'm not. And then the last one, column A, I have been told I have a pleasant face. That doesn't mean that you are like a supermodel. It just means that you don't look angry all the time. It means that you are like generally look happy. Or column B, people often think I have a mad face when I don't. So now you're going to add up how many checks you have. Add up how many checks you have in column A and put the total here. And then add up how many checks you have in column B and put the total there. All right, pretty easy. And then you'll turn the page. All right, so the next page is your answer guide. So it's telling you that if you had 6 to 10, if you got a score of like 6 to 10 here, or 6 to 10 here, it gives you a range to see how you scored. On the next page, it's your answer guide. So you can kind of see if you're a good communicator or if you need improvement in communication. And that's a lot of this stuff that Miss Swanson comes and talks to us about. Speaking of Swanson, she said that if we do a Zoom this week, she wants to be included in it. So we'll make sure we get her set up. And then here is the next step in this body language activity. If you found that you got kind of scores that showed maybe you're having trouble with communication, this is where you want to make a plan to improve it. So if you said that you used to slump your shoulders, that your posture isn't very good, you're going to say how you changed by sitting up more straight, and then what did you discover by doing that? Did it make you feel better? Were you better able to communicate with others because you were sitting up straight and not talking down? Okay, so this is kind of just a self-evaluation If you want, you can even take a picture of this activity and email it to me, and we can discuss, some of the different ways that we communicate in class in ways that can be improved. Okay, so I will have all this scanned, an example scanned and uploaded for you tomorrow to compare your answers. But as for today, we're at about 15 minutes for this lesson. I know sometimes we go through it pretty quickly. So if there's questions, you know that you can email me. I'm also going to do today's journal on the Google Classroom discussion board, so we can talk back and forth through there, and be sure to check your email so we can possibly set up a Zoom time for all of our class to get together and talk. All right, I miss you guys. I love you guys. Welcome to week 4 of digital learning, and I will talk to you soon. Love you.